You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from La Crosse, Wisconsin tonight. As we have learned, that's where President Joe Biden will be making a stop tomorrow as part of his push to highlight the bipartisan infrastructure framework. The nation's agriculture secretary will also make the trip. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Baki. For the president's trip tomorrow, we don't know exact timing for the events just yet, but we do plan to live stream any speech he makes on our website and our Facebook pages. Now, the trip comes after President Biden walked back a veto threat, which threw the bipartisan infrastructure bill into danger of not passing. Skylar Henry has more details from the White House.
The White House says President Biden is working to ensure the bipartisan infrastructure bill makes it through Congress.
We have been in touch with a range of Democrats and Republicans, including leaders of both of the Democratic Party in both houses, I should say, about the path forward.
That work will include a trip to Wisconsin tomorrow to sell the bill to the public. And Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg toured the Hudson River train tunnels in New York.
Folks have been talking a lot about infrastructure for a long time. But this time, for the first time in a long time, we have total alignment between the President of the United States, the Biden-Harris administration, leadership in the House, the Senate, and, importantly, the American people.
The White House is doing some damage control after the president threatened to veto the transportation bill if Congress didn't also pass the massive budget bill, which includes Democratic priorities.
That was not the message he intended to send.
Republicans say combining the budget bill puts the bipartisan infrastructure deal at risk.
The only way we can get there is to de-link the two issues. They are really separate issues.
But Democrats say they won't be able to get the votes for either bill unless they bring up both bills at the same time.
Let me make that clear. The bipartisan infrastructure bill and the budget resolution are tied together.
Democratic leaders say they want to vote on both bills in July. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Progressive Democrats say they have reservations about the infrastructure bill because they worry the compromise deal compromised too many of their priorities. Minnesota lawmakers have reached a deal on police reform as the special session deadline nears. Both parties have reached an agreement on the highlights of a public safety bill after a contentious debate over police accountability. The bill draft includes provisions regulating the use of no-knock warrants and a police misconduct database, which would create an early warning system to keep bad officers off the streets. Some groups, however, are not happy with the final compromise.
Warren Limmer and Gazelka should be happy because they got what they wanted. They are protecting police officers, not holding police officers accountable. And for the Democrats, shame on you for saying you stand with the community.
The public safety bill is the final piece of legislation for lawmakers as they're up against a Wednesday deadline to avoid a government shutdown. Wisconsin's governor is allocating money to help coastal communities, including a handful in our region. Governor Tony Evers announced $1.4 million in coastal grants to 40 communities statewide. 8 projects will take place in the Lake Superior region across Douglas, Bayfield, Ashland, and Iron counties. The Wisconsin Coastal Management Council recommended the recipients for this year's grants. The money will help communities develop their economies and protect and improve Great Lakes resources. Governor Evers says these grants will support work including public access, restoring habitat, and controlling pollution. And the latest tonight on the condo collapse in Florida as the death toll has risen to 10. That comes after rescuers continue to search through the rubble bit by bit. 151 people remain unaccounted for, but officials are maintaining there is still reason for hope, saying there may be voids that people are stuck in. First responders from Israel and Mexico are now helping in the search. The team from Mexico is using a small dog named Oreo. She can climb on piles that heavy dogs and people may not be able to. The cause of the collapse is still under investigation, and the National Institute of Standards and Technology will be sending a team to investigate once it's safe to do so. A fight in Virginia over the weekend left one man dead and sent another man to jail. It happened near Pine Mill Court around 1 o'clock Saturday morning. Police found a 41-year-old man unresponsive, and he ended up dying at the hospital. Police have not identified him yet, but they say he was involved in the fight. So was another 31-year-old man who was arrested nearby shortly after. He's expected to be charged with manslaughter. Authorities haven't said what led up to the fight or if the people involved knew each other. We also don't know what exactly caused the man's death. An autopsy has been scheduled. A sex trafficking sting in Beltrami County last week landed 6 people behind bars. 2 of them were contractors on Line 3. The operation ran Thursday and Friday. The 6 men, ranging from 24 to 56 years old, were arrested while responding to a sex advertisement. 3 of them were from Minnesota, and the other 3 were from out of state. Enbridge put out a statement today saying they have zero tolerance for this behavior, and they said the 2 contractors were fired immediately. Minnesota fire officials are bracing for extended drought and wildfire conditions. As of mid-June, there had already been more wildfires reported this year than all of last year. So far, more than 1,400 fires have burned nearly 55,000 square miles of forest and grassland. Officials say wildfires are typically at their worst in the spring and fall, slowing down in the summer when trees and plants are fully green and when rain increases. But experts say more than half of the state is experiencing drought conditions, and it's expected to continue through the summer. You're urged to always check fire conditions before burning. This 4th of July weekend, those who served our country are asking you to think of others when deciding to light off fireworks this weekend. Those with the Duluth Vet Center say veterans struggling with PTSD have heightened startle reflex, and fireworks can be a trigger. Those triggers can range from jumping, falling, and shouting. Specialists with the Vet Center suggest lighting fireworks off earlier in the night when most people are awake and not lighting them several weeks before and after the holiday. They say many veterans will leave town for this time of year or use noise-canceling headphones.
But it's the rat-a-tat-tat fireworks in the neighborhood that can actually cause a lot of troubles for our veterans who are readjusting from combat stress.
They say being considerate of when you light off the fireworks isn't just helping your local veterans, but other people or pets who may be triggered by loud noises too. Dave joins us for a quick check of the weather. Dave, welcome back.
Thanks, Kristen. You know, speaking of loud noises, my little 5-pound chihuahua wasn't too keen about air show sounds yesterday. Those sent her to the porcelain shelter as well. And now some natural fireworks may pop off tonight. There is a chance for showers and thunderstorms. Much needed rain, though, so hopefully we do get it. This live look is looking towards Effie, where we can see cumulonimbus clouds trying to build up in the sky. Not quite there yet, but a 40% chance as the night goes on and through tomorrow. We will get some of that action, and it's coming from 2 low-pressure systems. One is a small low skirting the Canadian border, and another is a trough of low pressure working up from the southwest. But the 2 together give us that 40% shot that should last through tomorrow. So we fire up the short-term forecast, which says, there you go, 40% shot tonight. Low temp 58 tomorrow. High temps in the upper 70s for a lot of towns. One last chance for a little bit of precip. We'll talk about how much could come down on Tuesday coming up in a few more minutes, and I'll talk about a change in the weather for the drier come Wednesday.
Dave, still to come on Live at 5. There's still time to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Northland. More on their fundraiser as we take you around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki. And weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS. During the 4th of July mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get $500 off Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses, plus no money down 6-year special financing on any Tempur-Pedic with free delivery, setup, and a 120-day guarantee. Tempur-Pedic, now at Home Sleep Express.
Menards has everything you need for your automotive needs. We carry a great selection of quality products, including motor oil, to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Synthetic motor oil improves fuel economy and protects against engine wear and tear. If your engine requires more protection both on and off the highway, choose Rotella Heavy Duty Motor Oil. Right now, all motor oil is 11% off. Save with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you interested in working in the construction industry? Hi, I'm Jamie Bird, owner and general manager of Economy Garages USA. This spring, we'll be hiring building, concrete, and excavation crew members to add to our growing company. These full-time positions include health, dental, and life insurance, along with an IRA, on-the-job training, and many other benefits. Visit economygarages.com and check out our employment page for more details.
MediaCom is winning awards across the U.S., keeping you connected, keeping you safe, rising to the challenge, challenging the limits. Thanks to our award-winning employees, never settling, never backing down, always planning ahead, and always getting better. MediaCom is proud to be named 2021 U.S. Best Managed Company by Deloitte and the Wall Street Journal.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Strong, enduring, and timeless. Stickley, premium solid wood furniture made in America. Handcrafted by experienced artisans. For a limited time, get 35% off the Stickley Mission Collection during the Stickley Independence Day sale exclusively at Home Furniture.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Duluth tonight. As the weekend fun kept rolling this weekend, Duluth Air Show numbers aren't final, but media director Jody Grayson says this year's numbers are expected to well surpass years past. And Dave will be joining us in a few minutes with this week's full forecast as we look toward the 4th of July. But first, let's take a look around the region. A new performance coming to Big Top Chautauqua and a new wave sensor tool for those visiting the Apostle Islands. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Duluth tonight, where there is just 1 hour left in the Tee Up for Kids Golf Classic fundraiser. The silent auction is being held by the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Northland and features over 20 items ranging from Minnesota Twins suites tickets to outdoor gear and equipment. There is also a spot to donate directly to the youth organization. The silent auction coincides with the actual Golf Classic taking place today at Ridgeview Country Club. And again, the silent auction will close at 6 o'clock. Next, we head to Bayfield, where Big Top Chautauqua recently announced a new production. Starting July 8th and also showing on July 9th and August 13th is Dear Earth, a love song letter of hope. The production will feature songs of inspiration and perseverance while celebrating some of the lesser-known tales of the people passionate about the environment from Wisconsin and beyond. Within the multimedia concert will be a feature on Wisconsin native Gaylord Nelson, who is credited with starting the worldwide environmental teach-in we now call Earth Day. And we wrap up in the Apostle Islands tonight, where a new website has launched for local paddlers and boaters. Water Information for a Safe Coast Watch is a website that provides the latest information on wave height, water temperature, and wind information from 7 spotter buoys deployed around the islands of Chequamegon Bay and Siskiwit Bay. Over time, researchers are hoping the buoys can help with more accurate wave forecasts and communication of real-time wave conditions. And of course, if there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, go ahead and send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, an Iron Range community got a national nod this month. More on that in just a few minutes.
As June wraps up, we see we're about 2.3 inches shy as far as rain goes. There is a chance tonight, tomorrow, to maybe get a quarter to an inch or so of that back. An inch might be pushing it, but a quarter to a half inch is doable. We'll talk about the odds of payoff coming up right after our break.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Enhance your quality of life. Increase your mobility. Achieve your potential. For specialized, individualized care, call Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, providing the professional care you deserve. Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, serving people throughout northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and upper Michigan.
Good boy. You're such a good boy. think it's time we got a dog.
But my landlord won't let me have pets.
I've got an idea about that, too.
You've got big dreams and a bold imagination. Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
When Grandma suggested cookies, Kyle wasn't expecting the new Nestle Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie Blizzard. Two beloved treats, soft-baked Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookies and world-famous DQ soft serve, all in one treat. The good times roll when these two get together, just like G-Ma and her G-Son, making memories while mixing two favorites. With the Nestle Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie Blizzard, only at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Pre-order your 2022 Bennington Pontoon at RJ Sport & Cycle.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast. Weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffett. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS3. CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Economy Garages. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Summer officially began, last week or so? And summer-style temperatures, they came a bit early this year, still with us right now, but on the tolerable side of summer rather than the hot and sticky side. Well, that changes as the week unfolds. A couple of days could be like that. We'll show you with the 7-day. But right now, we eye up today's high temps, which, like I mentioned, not so bad. 79 degrees from Ely to Orr, 78 in Hibbing, another 79 towards Grand Rapids and in Hermantown, 77 Moose Lake and Superior, 79 in Solon Springs. Hayward, I see after a week still having some troubles with the reporting station at their airport. Fingers crossed that gets fixed soon. Love that town. 81 Ashland, that's one of the warmer spots. Well, coming up in a couple of days, we could get back into the 80s, and I'll talk about for how long here in just a bit. But we start with the right now before we get into the forecast. Current conditions from the airport, it's 78, 50% for the relative humidity. Southwest wind, that's going 8 miles per hour. And our air pressure is, at least in the Twin Ports, on the high side at 30.06 inches of mercury. But we're being flanked by the squeeze put on by two lows, one to the south, one to the north. Barometer readings could indeed go down here through tomorrow, leading to a chance for that rain we were chatting about. Temperature-wise, where the clouds are a little bit thicker from one of the lows to the south, we're seeing cooler temps, only 65 to 66 in the Upper Peninsula, 69 to 74 for much of northwestern Wisconsin. Into Minnesota, where the rain is a little spottier here, we're a little bit warmer, still 79 Grand Rapids, but down to 69 in Hibbing. So when the clouds come, the temperatures will drop, along with the chance for some much-needed rain. So without any further ado, into the local Doppler. And looking through Wisconsin and Michigan, that's the low-pressure system that's centered a little bit to the south and the west, working up through the area. And we're seeing some non-severe thunderstorms running a range through northern Wisconsin and towards the Upper Peninsula. In Minnesota, the second low is to the north, and that's dragging a cool front through the Iron Ranges here and stirring up a smaller chance here for a little spottier showers here. But bottom line is this could continue. 40% chance for more tonight, 40% chance for more tomorrow as well, before high pressure rolls in from the west to clear us up and dry us up too for several days. We'll show you how many with the 7-day forecast after we take a look at how much rain could come down tonight if we get lucky. And I'm thinking a quarter to a half inches possible if a cumulonimbus cloud gets over your town, and that's the crux of the matter here. If one of those big clouds misses your location, you'll probably get close to nothing. So we're hoping for a line of those cumulonimbuses, or nimbi, however you want to put it, coming across tonight. Tonight, Minnesota, 40% rain chance. Lows from roughly 52 to 60. Cooler inland, warmer by the lake. Wisconsin, Michigan numbers will say 57 to 60 with a 30% rain chance. They're continuing. For tomorrow, 40% thunderstorm chot for Wisconsin and Michigan. 74 to 78 for the high temps. And for Minnesota, about 70 by the lake. About 77 to 82 farther inland, 40% chance for the thunderstorms. And with the extended forecast, we will spike up to 82 on Wednesday. There's the warmth, followed by a tumble on Thursday down to 72. And then we go back up for Independence Day weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Mostly sunny and 85 degrees, Kristen. Maybe a little too warm for some people's comfort zones. Picture perfect for others.
Yes.
And then once the holiday is over, come Monday, temperatures drop and rain chances go back up.
I always say this. It seems Memorial Day and 4th of July, it tends to rain. So I'm excited about this forecast.
Yeah, fingers are, of course, put in almost permanent cross position here.
Yes, we're hoping.
In case that helps.
Thanks, Dave. Well, Dave, you'll love this one. A small town on the Iron Range, which also happens to be Dave Anderson's hometown, recently got national recognition. Smithsonian Magazine named Ely one of the 15 best small towns to visit in 2021. The magazine focused on the town's close proximity to the BWCA, wintertime beauty, and animal centers as some big reasons to visit. The article also noted Ely's claim as the sled dog capital of the world and wealth of local shops and restaurants as reasons to visit the northern Minnesota community. And a unique piece of medical equipment has arrived in the Northland. Advanced Surgical Associates held a ribbon cutting for their new business in Hibbing today. Part of that includes robot-assisted surgeries with a device called the Da Vinci Robot Surgical Unit. Owner and doctor John Boland says it's an innovative piece of technology.
The instruments rotate in 540 degrees. They take away any hand tremor, so you can be very precise, and the surgeon can control 3 instruments plus the camera, giving him or her more versatility.
Advanced Surgical Associates serves parts of Ely, Duluth, the Iron Range, and beyond. It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Northwoods Humane Society in Hayward, Wisconsin. This is Bauer. Our friends at the shelter tell us he is an amazing cat, super friendly, loves to follow you everywhere, and he is pretty handsome. He gets along well with other cats at the shelter, but he is hoping to get a place of his own. If you would like to set up an appointment to adopt Bauer, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, as temps remain moderate here in the Midwest, the Pacific Northwest is facing an extreme heat wave. Just how bad it's impacting residents after the break.
Veterans and their families make special sacrifices to preserve our freedom, including time away from loved ones. They face unique challenges reintegrating into civilian society and often sustain trauma from time in the service. If you are a veteran, you and your family can receive customized support through the CORE program at Lutheran Social Service of Minnesota. Services can strengthen your personal finances and mental health, create housing stability, and support caregivers. To learn more, call us or visit us online. Thank you for your service.
My name is Harry Podgorski, and I'm a proud member of the Board of Directors of St. Anne's Senior Residence. My mom lived at St. Anne's for 9 years and called St. Anne's her home. If you're looking for a place for mom or dad or for yourself, please consider the affordable St. Anne's. You won't be sorry you did.
Take advantage of no move-in fees through August 1st, 2021. Call 218-727-8831 and schedule your tour today.
Go on, get off the ladder and place it back where you found it. The days of dangerous climbs are over. Gutter Helmet provides year-round protection, preventing buildup of debris, keeping your gutters clear and free-flowing. With its heavy-duty support brackets and exclusive helmet heat ice reduction system, Gutter Helmet's been designed to withstand the harshest weather conditions. Get Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice for gutter protection, and never clean your gutters again.
Coming up tonight, firework displays are popping up around Duluth, what your local veterans want you to know.
A chance for rain rolls through the region tonight and tomorrow. I'll talk about what comes by midweek, too.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3. When you watched the CBS3 Grandma's Marathon live shows, you saw a community once again open its doors to the world.
Exciting! This is it! Grandma's weekend!
You heard interviews from local people who made it all possible.
And joining me now is Blake Shippey of Boxcar, one of the acts performing this weekend.
So runners are getting ready. I am joined by Tony Stenslin.
It's just a great time for the community to come out together.
For truly local coverage that you deserve, continue watching live, local CBS3.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain. It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
You can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
All of us can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
A dangerous and unprecedented heat wave is baking the Pacific Northwest and shattering record highs in places where many don't have air conditioners. Nearly 20 million people in the region are under an excessive heat warning, covering nearly all of Washington and Oregon, plus 5 other states. Dania Backus reports from Los Angeles.
Parts of the Pacific Northwest have never been hotter.
This is unseasonably warm.
As temperatures soared to triple digits in California, the Jenkins took an early walk to beat the heat.
We know we have to get the exercise in. We have to do it. So like we said, come early, drink water, eat healthy.
In Seattle, Washington, the city is experiencing days of triple digits for the first time ever.
Unfortunately, we're starting to see this year after year. It's getting hotter and hotter. Climate change is real.
Seattle's summer months are usually mild, with average June temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Many homes do not have air conditioning. Now stores selling AC units are having trouble keeping up with demand.
We had 3 that were available to customers. That's all we could get.
Meteorologists say the extreme temperatures hitting the Pacific Northwest are unlike anything they've seen before.
This is a once-in-a-thousand-year event.
COVID-19 is making the situation worse. Cooling shelters and community centers where people without air conditioning can normally get some relief are offering limited seating or none at all.
This is difficult. I don't know why the police station is closed to the public.
Even the animals are feeling the heat. At the Oregon Zoo in Portland, workers made sure the bears had plenty of water to take a dip and cool off. Dania Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The heat trend is expected to continue through the 4th of July. Residents celebrating the holiday are being reminded not to light fireworks anywhere near dry brush to avoid sparking wildfires.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the search continues for survivors after the devastating building collapse in Surfside, Florida. What we're learning tonight about reported structural problems, who knew what and when. Plus, more than 85 million from Maine to California are under heat alerts as cities like Seattle and Portland experience their hottest day ever in history. What you need to know to stay safe. And everyday hero, how this man repairing cars is also changing lives. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Looking for a new garage? Maybe a home or cabin shell? Call Economy Garages to make your visions a reality. With over 40 years experience and over 9,000 buildings built for your friends and neighbors, you can trust us to get the job done right.
Call Economy Garages when you want it done right.
Northwest Outlet is open. See the largest selection of Carhartt in the area. Work clothing for men and women, sizes small to 5X. Jackets, coveralls, shirts, tees, bibs, jeans, and high-vis clothing to keep you safe and comfortable. Northwest Outlet's footwear department sells only the best boots. Names like Irish Setter, Georgia, Danner, Columbia, the North Face, Rocky, and more. Get outdoors again. Northwest Outlet's got your gear. In stock now at Northwest Outlet Superior.
Hi, John from Prime Appliance. The summer sizzler sale's on now with cool appliances and hot prices like this. Get cooking with Amana gas ranges starting at just $5.18, or get a self-cleaning range for just $7.49. Then clean up with these Bosch and Beko built-in dishwashers in black or white, just $4.99. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota.
Our team has many years of general surgery experience and is the most experienced robotic team in the Northland. We are committed to providing the latest and best surgical techniques to you and your family.
With robotic-assisted surgery, you're likely to have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker. We offer our surgical care at multiple hospitals and surgical centers, and most insurance plans are accepted.
Learn more at mnsurgery.com or give us a call today.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel, weekday mornings on CBS.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story, and we'll see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we learn more about the president's push for infrastructure and how it will land him in La Crosse, Wisconsin tomorrow. He will be addressing agriculture and rural economies. The nation's agriculture secretary will also be making the trip. Now, we don't know the exact time for his visit yet, but we will be streaming any speeches he makes on our Facebook page and website. And tonight at 6, the Duluth Fire Department is looking to diversify its ranks by adding a new scholarship. We'll hear from the department tonight on why they think this scholarship will be beneficial to their department now and in the future. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.